What is the deal, folks? How are you guys all doing? How goes it? How goes it? Okay. Can you guys hear me? You hear me pretty well. My microphone says you does. Good. Glad to hear all that. Starting to get used to all my technology and all that good stuff. Hope all is well with everyone. It's always well with me, if you're going to ask. Staying busy with scrapping metal. I hear you, Bob. Hello, Diana. Never seen you before. Cowgirl Christian. I hear you. There you are. We was talking about you the other day. You had something going on, then you disappeared, but I'm pretty sure it's good now. What? Wyoming and Utah. All right, Sweet Pepper. That's awesome. Hope you enjoy it. Now, is Wyoming and Utah? They don't know. I'm thinking about something else. No, it's not Wyoming. I think where you can be in 4 states at one time. New house always keeps you busy. Every time I finish one project, 6 more pop up. Hey, that's not a bad complaint to have, man. That's money. Staying busy. Jesse Rich, where have you been? I haven't seen you in a while either. Long time no hear. Yep, that's you. I remember you. No, Bob, I didn't catch that. You remember? When people ask me, they say things like, "Man, dude, what do you do? You live in a cave?" I say, "Actually, I do. It's called a man cave." So I don't know anything about that, man. That's crazy. I'll look into it though. Linda McBay, no, you didn't miss anything. It's just that last night I wasn't able to do any reaction videos because there was a community thing that I was a part of, and it got pretty heated in there. It got pretty heated, guys. Yeah. But I think where'd he go? Steve Franksack? Jesse Lee, I don't think I've got those. Steve Franksack, I think you said something in Patreon where on the words of like you said something, I'm paraphrasing, you said something about me staying calm or something like that. And yeah, you you hit, man. I think I said something back to you like you hit the nail on the head. I was going to say, dude, you hit the nail on the head so hard, the nail went through the drywall. Because boy, woo, man. It's so amazing though how people can just get so just and I'm just sitting there like, I don't care how much yelling you do or how you passionate, it's still not gonna change the fact that nope, that's not working. So I'm sorry. I mean, man, it's like one of those type of things where I always find it interesting where people. Y'all ever get around people that say things like, "Oh man, in order to get this, you got to do this, you have to do that, man." And I know how to do it, but then you sitting there looking at them like, "But so if you know how to do all those things, then why are you here in this state that you're in?" But anyway, what happened, guys, is that y'all know that I did that video a while back where I was talking about the white privilege and all the stuff like that. I'm not gonna get deep into that anyway. Anyway, folks have seen the video. And they ones actually, how you going you call somebody to come there and want to talk on these things, and you get there and then you hit them with facts and proof. So anyway, it was amazing because I wrote some of this stuff down. This is why people were saying their points. I didn't want them to think that I was not listening, but what I was doing when they were saying things to me, I was writing. I write when people talk to me, I write things down that they say. That way I can remember that they said this, so I can have a reason to like kind of come back on some of the things that they said. But no, it was cool. It's just that, you know, a lot of people respond with emotion and defense before actually hearing things. So that's why I made sure I kept it like what I was, kept it cool, kept it calm. But some of the people, one person made a comment to me. We was talking about dads and all that. There was men and all that stuff. There was a lot of men, which was cool. But one of them said, I don't have to be there to teach my son how to be a man. He said, I don't have to be there in order to teach my son how to be a man. And man, I was just like, so when he said that, what people do is they get upset because I looked at him with a blank stare, like, you want to elaborate on that? Break it down to me how you don't have to be there to teach your son how to be a man. I want you to break it down to me. So it went from that to them saying like, oh, I can talk to my son from this and that. And I don't gotta be around him or anything like that to teach him and show him. I'm like, you just said you don't have to be there in order to teach him, in order to show him. So if I tell my sons I want to show you something, I don't have to. So anyway, the point is that a lot of them was just making up excuses for actually not being in their children's lives. And I told them sometimes, as a kid, you just want to be around your mom, or you just, even if there's a separation for any reason. The ones I was talking to, it was not the reasons y'all think. It was they were baby daddies who came here talking about all she gonna do is use my child support money to do. It's like, okay. So anyway, they were really upset because I was saying kids as a child, especially if you were a child that got used to your dad, like, around the age 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, your dad been there and all of a sudden he's gone. So I said children to do things like kids really don't care that you come over and brought them some tennis shoes, you bought them some clothes, like, oh son, look what I bought you. Because I said the only person can really understand that are adults. Adults can understand responsibility of other adults. So I was trying to tell them that if you are a man and you buying your son clothes and taking them the clothes and dropping them off, that's not doing nothing for your son. Not for your son. I said technically it's doing something for your baby mama because she's appreciating you buying your son some clothes and shoes, but your son is not old enough to even understand what appreciation for clothes even mean. What does the son do? I want to go with my dad. It ain't about what you giving your son as far as clothes and sneakers and all that stuff goes. I said it's about the fact that your son said, I want to go with you. So your son is telling you he don't care about you bought him some candy and bought him some clothes and all that. Your son is saying he want to be with you. Well, man, okay. So if I bring my son, I asked a lot of those fathers. I said, where are you gonna? What do you mean you can't? You can't. Why can't you take him, man? Because I be having stuff to do. Okay, so I'm not trying to be in your business. You don't even have to tell me, but what do you have to do? What do you have to do that your son can't be there? You telling me you can't go? I mean, I don't wear it. All these things. Well, I be having errands to run. You know what I'm saying? Well, take them with you. To your child in his mind. Oh, I'm going on a nice, cool trip with my dad. I'm going here with my dad. They like this thing. Then they get out. They might go to school saying, "Guess what? I went on a ride with my dad. We went here. We went here. We went there." See, they don't think about stuff like that. They think that going and running errands, like going in to the store, paying bills, or even going to get some groceries if the dad is by themselves, whatever like that, and going to do all these things. They think that a child looks at that from a whole different perspective. They don't look at it like, well, I'm just being here running errands with my dad. They're looking like it's cool. I'm hanging out with my dad. I'm going here. I'm going there. We went here. We stopped there. And the thing is, what they don't understand is that children are learning. I told them that's how children, when you say learn how to be, you saying you can teach your son how to be a man from this. No, you're teaching your son by what you're doing. By seeing, if you claim that you're going out and you paying these bills, you doing all that, your son is picking up, oh, this is what responsibility looks like. No, he don't understand the word responsibility, but he sees the actions of responsibility because they ask questions. So a lot of them say things like, they were saying things like, man, some of the things that were coming up, hey, Marsha, some of the things that were coming up is their children, ask a lot of questions. And I said, that's great. That's great. They're asking because they're inquiring. They want to know. That is a great opportunity when your son said, what's that? Oh, it's a this. Oh, what does that do? Oh, it does this. What's that? Oh, it's a this, son. Well, what does that do? Oh, it does this. Daddy, what's that? Oh, this right here's a steering wheel. What does the steering wheel do? Oh, it guides the car. So if I turn this way, it makes the car go this way. Your child is learning and soaking up stuff, but they look at it like it's just my child talks too much. Like when I get with him, man, he just talk too much, man. He don't never shut up. Are you talking back to him? I mean, it was blowing my mind because it's like, how is it that what you know what I mean? You're what's the word I'm looking for? You're scolding your child for asking you questions. And that's you don't understand. Your child is soaking up knowledge from you. And again, the other thing I told them is that, I'm just being, I know a lot of people are not going to agree with this, which that is totally fine, but I'm just saying based off of the experience and the success we're having right now with individuals is simply the child, a lot of children get their validations from parents, plain and simple. I don't care what anybody say, you'll get your validation from your parents, and especially if it's a dad. And guys, I'm not going but I'll tell people I reference things in the Bible a lot. And I say things like, you notice that the Bible talks about anybody here that are believers, y'all probably know what I'm talking about. Ones that are non-believers, I'm not trying to on y'all, whatever. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just making a reference to the Bible. Okay. In the Bible, it talks about how once a spirit has left a clean place, it goes out wandering, right? And it said the spirit tries to return back to the place of where it came. But it said in order for that spirit to get there, it has to take out the strong man of the home. That's what it says. So I tell people for it to say something like that, why did it say that? And I know my people don't try to come in here and throw no stuff out there. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that at all. I'm talking about the fact that it said overtaking this. It said in order for that thing to come back, if it don't come and find the house desolate, it has to overtake the strong man. And so anyway, and my point in saying that is that I told them they don't see that. Enough of them don't see that. When young boys seeing like the demeanor of their dad or how their dad take care of it, even just how their dad conduct themselves, how their dads talk to their mothers, how their dads, just go and talk with other friends, how their dads handle situations or stresses, those kids are learning that. And people think that children just all of a sudden form themselves in this crazy kind of odd way. But no, like for instance, if somebody comes, like for instance, let me give you an example. If the people were sitting there yelling and saying all these things to me, whatever, and my sons get to see me sit there like, okay, so now I understand that you're sitting here yelling, which means you're showing a lot of emotion. That's great. But understand this. Nobody can hear you when all you pushing is, all I hear is your anger. I don't even know what words you even said. I heard something about how you going to tell me, but after that, all I saw was your anger. So if my sons see how I respond to these people, they start to pick it up like, wow, look how dad just diffused that. So that works. I'm going to do right there what dad did. But if I'm sitting there and what you mean? I mean, if I'm going back, see what I'm saying? I think what makes people mad is that if you don't, I say it all the time, y'all have heard me say it, if you don't react to the situation like somebody expect you to, it makes them that much more hot. So that's what they threw out there. And then they said, then the crazy thing is somebody said, what am I supposed to do as a father? I said, well, one, for you to even ask that, you shouldn't be having sex like at all. Like, don't, I'm not trying to be mean, but you don't need to be having no sex at all because no, what am I supposed to do as a father? Are you serious? But I had to think about some things. Some of these guys that were baby dads, they dads were babies too and had them and they got left. So they don't know how to be a father. So that's why I said things like you find some men that are most of all, and I'm not trying to shut nobody down. Find men that are married and have been married for quite a while. Get your children around those men or even get yourself. If you're a young man, is nothing better than getting yourself around people who got something established. You see men, I don't care who they find men that are married for a while, men that are, successful. I'm not talking about financial wise, which that's good too, but find men that actually have structure. They actually have, a system. They have actually a certain way over their home. And I'm not just talking about one particular man. I'm talking about many men because that's what I did. I can name off every male role model that ever has some sort of influence in my life. And I can tell you what I took from this role model, what I took from that role model, what I took from them and combine that all together to form what I want to do with it, including my own take on it. But other than that, though, people, and then I told them how I showed them studies. I said, it amazes me that human beings are the only one. They seem to be the only ones that won't protect their young. Look at, man, y'all can watch Discovery Channel. Watch any of those channels anytime. Hold on for a second. I might have to move my 1030 to 1045. Yeah, because I'm gonna get a little bit more into this. I'm sorry for a second, y'all. I'm taking a pause here. Let me move this to 1045. Hurry! I'm gonna get back onto my point. I ain't lost my train of thought on it. Give me a second, guys. I'm moving this video. Okay, so anyway, I can do. I don't know why I can't do this while I'm talking. Okay, so anyway, what I said to them, I said, why is it that it seems like amongst human beings we are the only ones that have no regard for our young? I mean, we don't have no regards for our young. We killing them. We technically, letting them die, and not really doing anything about it. You know what I mean? We're not putting our life on the line trying to protect what we want to consider to be our inheritance or better yet, our future, something to be proud of. We're not protecting that. What we're doing, we just letting them die. Like the guy sat there and told me, what am I supposed to do as a father? And it was like, why is it like I told him, I said, that I couldn't help it. It just came to me that way. Why is it that animals, I mean, y'all think of any animals you can think of. I mean, I don't care if you talk about animals that are considered like a lot of animals that are considered to be prey. If y'all follow me, you got predator and you got prey. So that's why I told them, why are human beings seem to be the only ones that seem like we don't want to protect our children from predators? Most animals are usually what we consider like animals. A lot of animals are considered to be prey, and you got animals that are predators. For some reason, it seems like when them animals have babies, things kind of turn around a little bit. Now, them animals putting their life on the line for their babies. I mean, you can have lions that can hunt certain animals all day long, and then all of a sudden this animal have a baby, and now a group of them, like water buffalo, they all enclose around the baby, and they got their horns sticking out, and all of them trying to protect the baby. The babies actually, they move the babies to the center. Same thing. I seen the other day where penguins did something like that, like where a certain type of seagull looking bird, whatever, was trying to get one of the babies, and all the penguins came and did their thing, and they all surrounded the babies. And every time that little thing came, they was all trying to peck at it. I think yaks do it too. Anytime there's a threat, they make sure they run towards the children and surround the children and keep whatever it is trying to get to the children. I said, but as human beings, they just kind of like, you sure that's my baby? I mean, the blood test and everything that came back, DNA says you are the father and all that. Well, man, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I can't stand her. I mean, I'm gonna see, the thing is, you missing out. Who's going to be affected by it? The child. That's your child. And if anything, you should do just, if animals can do this, animals will protect their kids. Here we are, human beings, the smartest species on planet Earth, created all this stuff. Look how we talking to each other right now. I'm talking to you guys through internet. Animals don't even have no concept of what human beings can do. But golly, I bet if they could, they probably be like, golly, them human beings are some stupid creatures. Look how they just letting their kids die. Look at that. Oh, wow, look, the dad is just gone. I mean, them kids ain't got no protection whatsoever. I mean, so. But guess what? Then I start throwing on them. I said, you know what? Look at it. If you guys ever watch, I just try to give it to something where they can all come down on the same level and understand what I was trying to say to them. If you guys ever watch any of the Animal Planet or any of those channels like that in your entire life, I tell them this. Predators, they look for the sick, they look for babies, don't they? They look for the sick, the weak, and they look for babies. That's what they look for. Predators, before they try to go after anything else, want to make sure that there ain't no kids yet, because they know the kids can easily be gotten. They know that when kids are born, y'all follow me? They know that when kids are born, that the kids have no concept of danger. They showed clips one time where a lion walked right up on that baby antelope, and the baby antelope had no sense of fear. It didn't know, like, this thing is supposed to eat me, so it didn't run and do anything. It just sat there. Then at the same time, I mean, it was crazy. The lion got confused because the lion feels like the lion usually have to, the lions get turned on by something running from them. So the fact that the little thing didn't run, the lion ran up on it, then the little thing just kind of stood up and looked at the lion, and the lion just stopped, and the lion just kind of played with it a little bit. It didn't kill it. Strangely, it actually started protecting the little thing. But my point is that as babies, You know, and y'all follow them. Like I said, follow them. I'm not talking about actually baby children. I'm talking about mentally babies. They have no concept of danger or anything like that. They're not aware that nothing is about to kill them or get them. But guess what? The adults do. But what do the adults do? Do we do? I like some. Do you surround them? Do you surround them? Because those babies trying to figure out, wow, why are they surrounding me? Oh, they're trying to keep that thing. That thing is trying to get me. I said, so that's what we need to do with our own children. I mean, it just comes down to that. And anytime you get something like that, you're gonna always have, like I said, you're gonna have disagreements. And I say the same thing. I mean, guys, the same thing I say on here is the same thing I say with a crowd of folks. But I already know that, folks, for one, when someone disagree with you, I disagree with people, but I don't sit there and want to respond with because I know we're not going to be able to hear each other. It's never going to work that way. I mean, I've done this thing before because doing sports, basketball, and all that. I mean, once you take somebody out of their game and take them out of their head, you got them. And that's what I said. So it ain't that, and folks get off. You know what I hate when people actually try to throw like things in there that has nothing to do with the situation. Oh, you just think you know it all. Don't try to use that as an excuse for me actually saying something that made sense that you got mad at. Nice try. Try it on somebody else. That's not going to work. Keep it on moving. Man, you just full of yourself. Are you? No, I'm not full of myself. But what does that have to do with us talking about protecting these kids? You think you all that? No, I don't think I'm all that. I think the kids are all that. And that's why I'm here, because I'm trying to make sure that they understand and know that they are all that. But they're not being shown that they're all. That's what I'm saying. People try to do that. Why are you trying to throw these side words in there, throwing shots to actually get off the subject at hand? It's not going to work on me. So yeah, that's why I said it got heated. It got heated. And then some of the dads, they say things like, yeah, Bob, that's absolutely right. Then some of the dads, they say, man, I'm just saying all she gonna do is spend, so you mad that, for one, that for the fact that she is still, even the fact that the mother, because Bob, this, people do some crazy things in the city. Their mothers have like put their kids in dumpsters and stuff. So the minute some of these men get hit with child support, they flip out and get mad. I said, so you sitting there, I'm mad, I gotta pay for my child. And then some of them say things like, well, all she gonna do is take my money and buy things she wants. But it's like, dude, your child is still surviving right now. You know that, right? So each year that goes by, understand that your baby mama is keeping your child alive. So you shouldn't be worried about what she's doing with the money. You should just be happy that your child, who you probably hardly even seeing, is still alive. You know what I'm saying? It goes so many different ways. And then, then like we got, things we're talking about as far as like exchanges go, like different exchanges where there's like, well, what do we do if Steve Kastner, are you for real? I hope that's a joke. If women are allowed to kill their unborn child, I think men are allowed to abandon them. Were you there last night? What? No, abandon them. What? If women are allowed to kill their unborn child, I think men are allowed to abandon them. Dude, that's crazy. What in the world, dude? Do you even know what you just said? Think about what you just said. No, I'm asking, was you at the community the community? Oh, I know he's talking abortion, but abortion ain't got nothing to do with abandoning the child when the child is living. That's crazy. I mean, you might as well say, if a woman is allowed to kill a child that's not born yet, when the child is born, the dad, if he don't want to be with the child, the dad should just be able to kill the child too. No, it don't make me think. That don't make me think. No, dude. We are not here on that. No, not at all. Honestly, when it comes down to something like that, if a woman finds out she's pregnant and the dad wants to have the baby, I think that's kind of messed up if she's just able to kill it. I'm just saying, especially if he wants a child. They both did this in order to have it, so they both should be equal in decision on birthing the child. I mean, even to the point to where, I mean, they say, okay, well, at least if they have some way where they can take the baby out of her, she don't want it, and they can put it in a surrogate mother. I don't know, but that no, dude, that's crazy. I mean, I guess some men that got multiple children should just be going around and cut all their heads off because he tired of paying child support. No, the child won't be alive because he gonna kill it. What if he wants to abort the child right? What if the man wants to abort the child right now? Like, you know what? I'm tired of paying this child support. I want to abort my child. I'm about to go kill him. Come on, man. Don't do that. XOXO Bob, and that's what I said last night. They said, well, what do you do to prevent it? I said, stop having sex. Stop having sex. I told them if it was up to me, I would make it illegal. I would say it's illegal to have sex until you're ready to get married. So, I mean, if you don't want kids, stop practicing like you want kids. I know people say things like, well, you know, recreation, da da da. No, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be on the playground at recess if you ain't trying to. No way. Somebody told me, well, if these men, somebody said, well, you know what, these men need to start buying condoms. I'm like, the girls can't buy condoms? I mean, and it's crazy, folks. Oh no, you seriously, folks, are you kidding me? Girls can't buy condoms. There's all kinds of them. They got female condoms too, so ain't no excuse. It's both of them. It's both of y'all. That's why don't just put it. Well, if the dude, you know, if these dudes would buy condoms, no. If the girls buy condoms too, if they want to not get pregnant, they should have them too. Absolutely. I don't care what it is. But when it all comes down to it, like I said, if you're not ready to be married and become parents, then you need to stop practicing. So. Static, you know, there's non-latex ones, right? There's all kinds of them. Trust me, you talking to somebody working in medicine, dude. There's all kinds of them. There's all kinds of ones that's for people that have allergic reactions to them. No, what I'm getting at, and see my thought process on this, Don Brock, my thought process is this. The fact that when you have sex runs a possibility that you can have a child, period, means that you are saying, you are kind of making an agreement. Both people are coming together to have sex. You are making an agreement. Both of y'all are in agreement, for one, that you having sex, and both of y'all are in agreement there's a possibility that she can get pregnant. And if that happens, then that means you're ready to be parents. To me, that's what I'm saying. I know y'all can disagree, but it's fine. But to me, when you come together like that, if you're not already married, when you come together like that, doing that, you both are agreeing that there's a possibility she can become pregnant, which means you're saying that I'm actually ready to take responsibility for what may happen. So that's all I'm saying. I say that all the time, but the thing is, it's not gonna. Yeah, I know about the trapping thing. We hear that stuff all the time, but no, Lethal. That guys, y'all, some men, y'all need to be real with yourselves, because guys, Lethal, that actually came up too. You know good and well, men, if y'all are in here, men, y'all know that you gotta have some strong willpower to do the pull-out method. Dead man, you have to be like, I mean, somebody needs to have to. Derek, man, come on now. Guys, men, come on. In the heat of that moment, you know that's one of those, man, come on. That's one of the hardest things in the world you're gonna have to do. At that moment, yeah, man, get out of here. If y'all are good, more power to y'all. Y'all some strong men. Yeah. But anyway, at the same time, though, most people don't know that a lot of things can actually there's sperm, there's semen that comes out even if they hasn't climaxed yet. It's there's some that comes out too. So I mean, and what we know there's in a period there's about over I forget how many sperm cells there is in there. That's the whole point, though. It's just like you can use condoms, but my thing is the fact that they have to put on condoms that they're 99.9% effective against pregnancy. But then guess what? Like I said, being biology and all that, we had to take human sex, we had to take human growth, human sexuality on that, and we found out that when you put a condom on that, just like guess y'all know this. Do you know how those? Anybody know how they are able to poke a hole in the balloon without the balloon popping? Do y'all know that? Do anybody know how you're able to take a pin and poke it through a balloon without the balloon popping? What they do, and what I found out is that they blow the balloon up so big that when the balloon is blown up, it actually puts itty bitty microscopic holes in the balloon. And the dude, the clown, whoever it is, they just kind of push to where they find a spot, and then they go in there, and then they can pull it out. Then they can go like this and then pop it. And the reason that being is just condoms are the same exact way. When they put on, they're stretched a little bit. So some condoms actually are permeable to sperm. Sperm can actually swim through those little bitty holes and get out. Even if you can't see it. So what's going on, Blue Eyes? Oh, I'll go in there and change it. I'll change the 11 o'clock. But I tell you what, though, I'm about to give you guys a link to the 1045. That just flew by. But anyway, that's what it was. Also, I mean, it's a lot more stuff I'm kind of leaving out right now, but that was basically the meat of it. Whoa, time out. All right, here's the 1045, guys. There it is. Hope you're doing okay, Miss Blue Eyes. Ice cold blue eyes. There's a link, folks. Oh, God, y'all going to that video. Oh, boy. This should be fun. He shrink him at home. Oh, Steven, you dude. Yeah, Static. Guys, here's the link right here. Y'all gonna miss it. Guys, y'all gonna miss that. You better click it. I'm about to go. I warned you. Monsi Anya Mebetaya. Mebetaya Sikayamu.